everyone, welcome to today's video. I am going to review for you the Saucebox cosmetic sponges. They just launched these a few weeks ago. I was so excited when I got the email that they were launching. And so I went ahead and I ordered all three of them. So they have three different kinds, and I'm showing them to you before I wet them. So they are just like a beauty blender or any other kind of blending sponge, and that you dampen them completely, wring them out, blot them, with a towel, and then proceed to apply your product. So the first one is your traditional blending sponge, and it is in the Beauty Blender Pink. I know, I'm sorry, I keep comparing everything to Beauty Blender, but it does feel like the standard. This feels really good. It has like a nice kind of suede texture to it. I like that it has a good give, so we'll see what happens when it gets wet. Spoiler alert, I have used these. And they come in these pouches, which I think is handy because you can travel with them. You can, if you want to hang on to these little resealable bags, you can keep them from getting kind of messed up in your travel bag or something like that. But I actually leave my sponge out to dry completely, because if I store it anywhere and it's still damp, I feel like it gets kind of musty. So the Complexion Whiz Soft Blending Sponge is latex-free, biodegradable, and vegan, and infused with vitamin E. So that's kind of cool. Okay, then the next one is called the Carve and Bake, and it's black, and it has like this angle on it, so you can see how it's very sort of chiseled, and I think that's cool. And then it has this point just like a regular beauty sponge, and same thing, vegan, latex-free, biodegradable. Now the third one is the Conceal and Correct, and that is the mini blender. So you can use this for concealer or any area you want to use that a big sponge is too big for. Now some people argue that these are useless. I know when the Beauty Blender ones came out that were mini, people were like, why bother? What I have found though is I do like getting in the corner with these, and what I really like is if I have applied my makeup, I feel like this is good for detail work kind of after the fact. So if you've got your eyeshadow on, or maybe all your foundation and your concealer, let's say, but you're kind of doing some cleanup and maybe you need a little touch up of concealer, because you're like me and you have these like deep set where everything is very blue and gray, I feel like this gets it better than the regular size sponge, because the regular size sponge can actually kind of spread, it can bump into other areas and then wipe off your makeup or apply the foundation or the concealer on top of where you have found, eyeshadow. So if you just do this, it's like, yay. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to wet these and I'm going to show you. Here we are. They're like. This is the pink one, and you can see how ginormous it is right now. It's just like, it's huge. So it's definitely plumped up, and it is still very forgiving. It has a good, so it has a really good bounce to it. And then the black one is really kind of strange when you get it wet. It almost is like a memory foam. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work out. Like, I tried it once, and I feel like the first time I did them, the first time I used them, they were really stiff. So I feel like this is going to be a better example of how they work, because I feel like I've kind of broken them in. I feel like the first time you use them, they might be a little too stiff and you might be a little bit turned off by them, but then use them again and see what you think, okay? And I actually really do like this one. It really does give, I like the size of it, like I said. So let's give her a go. I'm going to use, I don't have a whole lot of self-tan left on me. I'm going to use my number 7 Beautifully Matte Foundation. Why not, right? This is in shade Cool Vanilla. So I've got my foundation on the back of my hand. I'm dipping it in and I'm going in. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. I do say so myself. Look how pale I am. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just funny when you see, like, I cover the red and then I match my neck and it's like, whoa, girl, you are that pale. Like 3 different colors. Okay, so that actually applied very quickly. I feel like it did a good job. I'm gonna zoom in. I feel like it just did a really nice job applying the product. Now, it does say this is the like foundation, blush, bronzer, like, you know, you can use any liquid or cream product with this. I mean, there are no rules, right? And this says for like body makeup, blending, sculpting, highlight, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna actually just see what it feels like to apply foundation with this particular one, how I like it. And I like it. Short story, I like it. What is that? Short answer. Here's the other kicker, you guys. These are $9 retail and this little one is $5.50 retail. So that is a good value, in my opinion. And I have tried so many sponges from like Marshall's and TJ Maxx, and even that e.l.f. sponge where I've spent, you know, like $5, $9, $10, and I'm like, please be a dupe for the Beauty Blender, please. And it's like, Okay, so I feel like it did a good job of just applying the product. It didn't soak up the product. It's a little bit stiff. It doesn't give as much as the Beauty Blender. I have my Beauty Blender right here, all damp and ready to go. You can see the difference of the two. This one's a little bit bigger. This one, you know, this one retains water more, so you might want to just really squeeze it out or even keep a towel nearby to just kind of give it another squeeze. But that's really the only difference. I mean, so far, I feel like it did a good job of just applying it. Now I'm going to put my concealer on. I'm going to use the Shape Tape Tarte. I'm going to use it with this little guy. See how that just kind of gets in there? I like it. I could use the light Tarte concealer. This concealer is a little too dark for me right now. For my under eye area, I think it would make a good shade elsewhere. I mean, yes, since I'm not wearing any eyeshadow, is it really nice to just stick that corner point in my corner? Yes. I'm not stupid. I know that's more efficient, but let's say I had eyeshadow on and I was like, oops, I want to get in there. I want to get in there and get my concealer. Then that's why I like the little guy. Okay, so what should we do next? Shall I bake with some powder and this sponge? Because that's not normally what I do, but some people do that, so let's give it a try. RCMA. Dude, what would I do without RCMA? Okay, sticking her in there. Okay, that's actually really cool. I like that. I'm not like a huge baker. You guys, one of these days I'll stop making the cooking, baking, cake jokes, okay, when we're talking about makeup. I know. Give it up, right? Okay, I kind of like that. And like I said, it's not like it... I mean, sure, it's the powder, you know, RCMA is like awesome when it comes to... But for whatever reason, using this sponge is kind of doing a good job. Who'd have thought? I don't put powder on with a sponge, but I might start. And this is a matte foundation, so I'm not gonna like overdo it. Whoop, what do you think? It's good, you guys. It's good. Even as much as I love my Maya Makeup Set brush and my Artist brush, I mean, you guys know I love these brushes, and I change my mind, you know, sometimes I use a sponge, sometimes I use a brush, but I'm really kind of digging these brushes, and I am digging the baking aspect with it. I don't feel like it's too dry. We'll see though, that might change because over time, you know, I do get a little crepey there, so. But yeah, so if you guys want to check out on their website, I'll leave the link below. I do have like a little code and a discount that I'll put below too. It's Saucebox 10. You get 10% off with any order. So that's kind of nice because it like covers tax or shipping or something, you know. It's like, what's 10%? Well, it's a few bucks, right? So I'll put all those links below, and I don't know, I'm kind of digging them. So yay, thanks Saucebox for coming up with something good. Anyway. All right, well, sorry that was kind of not a lot of makeup, I know, but you know, I'll make it up to you. Get it? Whatever. Oh my God. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have subscribed to my channel because otherwise you would miss this amazingness. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and please follow me on social media. I have all those handles below, and like this video, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.